It's 5:15. It is the beginning of April, and we are still forecasting unseasonably cold air, wind chills, and yes, indeed, we've got some snow flying around parts of West Michigan. It's pretty light this morning, so you really have to take a pretty close look at our camera views, except, of course, if you head to Holland. This is a look out over Lake Macatawa, and as you can see, the snow, again, heavy enough that it's even accumulating on some of the grassy surfaces. It's pretty widespread across the region as well, so it is pretty light, but as you can see, the blues definitely are an indication of that widespread snow, which, by the way, goes from the UP and Wisconsin down to Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and even into western Pennsylvania and New York this morning. Temperatures are at or a little bit below freezing. These readings, by the way, are good 15 to almost 30 degrees colder than we were just 24 hours ago, with that northwesterly wind sustained this morning at only 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, we had such blustery conditions yesterday. Nice to have those winds backing down, but they're still coming in out of a very cold direction, kicking those wind chills or feels like readings this morning down into the low to mid-20s. So as we check it out for you today, we will be looking at the need for the heavy coats, the gloves, the mittens out the door at the bus stop, and we will be looking at least some sunshine developing here as we head through the afternoon. Pavement may be a little bit slippery on some area roads with those temperatures that are a little bit below the freezing mark this morning, so certainly that is something to consider. So what do we be tracking for you today? Well, feeling like mid-January, morning flurries and cloudiness will give way eventually to some afternoon sunshine, but the overall April weather pattern, at least through early April, will remain cool and active. And once again, with those temperatures at or just a little bit below the freezing mark this morning, that could set the stage for just a few slick spots here and there. Now tonight, we drop down into the mid-20s. We'll start that clearing trend this afternoon into the early evening hours. We'll drop into the 20s tomorrow. A little bit of a wintry mix developing later Saturday night into early Sunday. Another system coming in with a rain-snow combination for Monday, with high temperatures in the 40s through early next week. We do eventually climb into the 50s with scattered rain showers Tuesday, Wednesday. A few showers may linger into Thursday, and then look what happens on Friday. We wrap in colder air yet again with highs only in the 40s, and that'll be enough to bring us that rain-snow combination by the end of next week. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook takes us through April 14th, so that's through the end of the second week of April. Colder than average temperatures from the Great Lakes region to the Gulf Coast and eastern United States, while the warm air continues to pull across the central and southwestern U.S. So, Tom Hillen, any issues developing this morning?
We had one crash out there, but that just cleared up and got out of the way, so that is good news. Taking a look at how we're doing across area freeways heading into and around the downtown Grand Rapids area. The good news is right now those freeways do remain crash-free, so if you are one of the people that does have to make the drive into work today, that is good news. Keep in mind we'll have reduced volumes of traffic out there with so many school districts already starting their spring break. Speaking of that, it's the busiest time of year out at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport, with many of our friends and neighbors getting away for spring break. Taking a look at the flights that are heading out. These are the first ones departing today, and so far, all of them, no matter where they're heading, are leaving on time. I'll have another update for you coming up in about 15 minutes. Teresa and Donovan.